If I had to give you one piece of crucial advice when attracting your romantic interest or your partner towards you, it would be this. Very occasionally, I pin the video on my page, but I'll just reiterate what the gist is. Basically, long story short, there is an image that you play out in your mind. It can be real, it can be imaginary, it could be implicit, it could be explicit, it doesn't really matter. You have this image in your mind. If you want your surroundings, your external reality, your circumstances to change, you need to change the image that you play out in your mind. And let me give you a real example from chapter 1 of the book called Crucial Accountability. So if you are trying to communicate with another party and you see the other party as someone who is constantly disrespected and looked down upon by other people, you yourself may find yourself treating that person the same way. There could be various laws at play, such as social cues, but it's just simply the fact that you see that person in that light. And because you see that person in that way, you therefore are sort of compelled to bring about that reality, even if it's not true. And so if we flip the image in our head, irrespective of the facts, and you believe that that other party is someone who is admired and respected by other people, that is when you will start to feel compelled to treat the other person the same. It's not about other people seeing the other party the same way. It's about how you see that person. And so the most important advice is this. Do not see your partner as a villain. Do not see them as a monster. You have strong opinions, they have strong opinions, and when these opinions start to rub off on each other, rub against each other, you tend to collide and you will resort to any other protocol to ensure your safety. And if that protocol involves villainizing the other enemy, your counterpart as an enemy, catch yourself. Realize that you may be falling accidentally into the fundamental attribution error, FAE bias for short. This is a victim mindset where you are essentially blind and oblivious, and you assign fault to the other party and blame them for your emotional suffering. This is your way of escaping the pain and upholding what you think is your emotional integrity, when in fact, you're just simply immersing yourself in a narrative. You're identifying yourself with a story or a frame. But the thing is, you are not your opinions. You are not your thoughts. You are a separate entity from that. You are an individual. You are one with the narrative, but this is the problem. Because you are one with the narrative, so it shall be. So we need to pull ourselves away from the narrative, despite identifying with these opinions that we have, and see the other party as human, not as a villain. Look at them as someone not malicious, but someone who has your best interest at heart. Despite the contradictory evidence suggesting so, look for the evidence that would actually suggest so. What you focus on expands, and this is why whenever you're going through some difficult challenges, part of the reason is because you've been focusing and thinking about and dwelling in some type of collection or web of data points that may or may not be true.